expecting to see someone else? Yo, who in the
What the who the
Hey, what's good, guys? This is Chris from WearTesters.com. I just wanted to give you guys a small little thing, let you guys know that Jalik might look new around here, but he's not actually new around here. He has been doing a lot of performance reviews over at the .com side, so WearTesters.com. We did want to try him out a little bit on the channel, so that's why he's here. I hope that you guys give him a fair shot. He's a great guy. He does great reviews, so if you have not already read his reviews, make sure that you go over to WearTesters.com. Link's going to be in the description box below, and then you can catch up on everything that he's done previously. But with that being said, go ahead. Take it away, Jalik. What's going on, everyone? My name is Jalik from WearTesters.com. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. I know I'm a new face here, but I'm not so new of a name on the actual website, WearTesters.com. So if you happen to be wondering where the heck I came from, head on down to the link in the description box below. That'll take you to WearTesters.com, where you can find write-ups I've done in the past. So yeah, check that out if you haven't already. Now, before we actually get into the shoes for this video, I just want to say thank you to you all for staying tuned. It means a lot to me to be able to connect with you all on this platform, and not only that, but your overall support of WearTesters as a whole or as a brand I know is greatly appreciated by Chris, Jody, Drew, and the rest of our guys over at WearTesters. So thank you so much. This whole recording myself, editing videos, getting the audio right, having the balls to get in front of the camera, it's been a very humbling experience. So I'm not gonna say anything like get used to me. I'll just say I look forward to continuing to connect with you guys here on YouTube. And without getting ahead of myself or thinking too far ahead in the future, something that you actually expected when you clicked on this video, this is the Converse G4 HI. So as some of you may know, Converse recently announced that they reached a shoe deal with Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors, who was set to debut the Converse G4. Actually, he did debut the shoes in a low-top form on the sidelines of an NBA game. Unfortunately, he was injured at the time, and before he got the chance to take these on court, the NBA season was suspended due to current circumstances that we're going through. Sucks, but trying to be patient through everything. So yeah, we didn't get to see these on court. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get these on court for the foreseeable future. We're on stay-at-home orders here in North Carolina for, I want to say, another month maybe, at least. So patience is key, but I can say I am definitely looking forward to testing these and bringing you a performance review whenever that may be. Now, as far as how these got into my possession, I did get these from an international retailer. I was doing some initial research on the G4, and I quickly saw they were available for purchase. I didn't do any kind of expedited shipping or anything. I just stuck with pretty much the only shipping option that they have. And I mean, they shipped out pretty fast. The order went through. Obviously, they got to my door. By the time I took them out of the box, I did not see them on that website any longer. So I don't know if someone got in trouble for pulling the trigger too early or whatever the case may be, but I'm not gonna name drop them just for the sake of not getting anyone in any further trouble. Now, I am starting to see pairs of these available through eBay. I don't know when the official release date is gonna be for these. So if it's a shoe that you have to have right now, I just say be cautious, you know, make sure you do your research with whoever it is you may be purchasing from, if you do purchase it from eBay. Me personally, of course, I got them as early as I could for content purposes. We actually already have posted my first impressions on the Converse G4 over on WearTesters.com, but we thought this would be a good shoe to show you all on YouTube as well. Now, some of you may find some familiar elements in the design of the Converse G4. That's because it seems to be a modern performance take on the now retro Converse ERX 260. And that's something I find interesting, of course, with the All-Star Pro BB that took some inspiration from some of the classic models. But with this one pretty much being a modern ERX model, it was interesting that they didn't include that in the naming of the sneaker. And it'll just be interesting to see how these do in performance alongside the retro ERX 260. Now, one of the other places you'll see some of that inspiration is actually on the outsole itself. Things such as this circular pivot point in the forefoot, along with these segments of traction that fan out across that pivot point in the forefoot. You also have a blade pattern that moves from the midfoot down to the heel. There is a blade pattern on the ERX 260, but it's actually inverted, so it's pretty much flat for the most part. So there's a lot of flat surface on that shoe,
With Converse flipping it on the G4, you have now a more aggressive traction. Now looking at the pattern itself, you have some thick lines, some deep grooves, good space in between those lines. So I guess you could say that I'm optimistic that these will at the very least do a decent job both indoors and outdoors. But of course I won't know anything until I do get to test them. So we'll see how things go from there. Now going back to the bottom of the shoe, you'll notice that there is a cord out section of the outsole. This little blue piece that you see right here, that is actually showcasing some of the tech featured in the Converse G4, which actually includes two of Nike's leading cushions. So you have Zoom Air in the forefoot, Nike React in the heel. This was confirmed in Converse's press release, and it is also proudly advertised in the insole of the sneaker. What they weren't so specific about was what volume zoom bag is in the forefoot. Would it be an all React carrier? Spoiler alert, it is not a React carrier, and things of that nature. And that's one of the reasons why I'm actually happy to have these in hand, because having them in possession, I was able to confirm a few things. So what you get in the forefoot is top loaded Zoom Air. I know that not only because I can feel it immediately when putting the sneaker on, but if I were to take the insole out of the shoe, I can actually see the Zoom bag protruding through the strobel. And that Zoom bag is in a oval shape, something like you would see in the earlier Nike PG models. Actually, this is the Nike PG3. So you see this red shape here that's highlighting where the Zoom Air bag is. That exact same shape unit is in the forefoot of the G4. It's just top loaded. I don't know how thick it is or anything like that, but we could at least confirm that much. In addition to taking the insole out and seeing through the strobel, you can actually see where this blue foam meets the rest of the midsole foam. So the blue foam is going to be basically a cylinder or puck, if you will, of Nike React that sits under the heel. It does take up pretty much the entire thickness of the midsole, but I won't say it's like an immediate sensation that you get from the React or anything like that. I can feel it's there. You can definitely tell the difference in how it feels in the hand. As far as the midsole foam that's carrying both the React and Zoom, Converse did not specify what it was. It's actually funny, I just pulled out the PG3 because that is very similar to what this seems like, both in hand how it feels, and also just looking at the way the compression marks are developing. I haven't worn these outside of the house or anything, so it seems to have a lot of those properties that the PG3 midsole had, which I believe was an injected Phylon. So I don't know if that's the case for sure on this one, but that's pretty much what it feels like. Heading to the upper, you have a textile base and you have some fuse overlays in the forefoot, toe, and heel. Those layers are where some of the ERX inspiration comes back, as well as this window above the heel. You can also find that in the Converse ERX, except on the G4 you have a mesh window, and some of that mesh has been applied across the tongue as well. Surrounding that window over the heel is a synthetic nubuck. It's definitely not premium or anything like that, but it's flexible, so you shouldn't feel too restricted or anything like that. Obviously, the low top is going to cut things down a bit around this area. And as far as the high goes, I do believe that different colorways will have different materials around this area. You also have some pretty good reinforcements around the eyelets, so all of your high stress, high wear areas are pretty much going to be covered from a durability perspective. Inside you have some sculpting. It's nothing too fancy or anything, just some basic sculpting. The foam padding doesn't feel like it's gonna last a very long time, but we'll see about that. And one of the things that I actually liked or found interesting is the stitching of the logos. It's definitely not a premium job or anything like that, but I just thought it was interesting that they took the time to do that. They could have easily glued a synthetic on or fused something on, but it's really not a big deal. But I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. Now for the fit, I think most are gonna want to go a half size down. That's what I did. I didn't necessarily have a choice when I did that. It's just all that was available at the time. So I took a risk, and honestly, I couldn't be happier with the results of that. At a half size down, everything fits me perfectly. I don't have like a wide foot or anything. So in both length and width, it's pretty much perfect for me as it stands now. I don't expect that there will be too much stretch or anything when testing these out, but where it stands now, I'm very, very happy with the fit. Wide footers, my guess is true to size may work out for you. I honestly don't know that for sure. I'd recommend that you try them on in stores whenever they do release, but if they happen to release online before these retailers begin to open their doors back up physically, then my recommendation would be ordering from somewhere with a decent return policy in case they don't fit. Fortunately, Converse, to my knowledge, follows Nike's return policy, so you should be pretty safe ordering direct and being able to return if they don't happen to fit. Support's pretty standard or basic on a shoe. You have an internal heel counter. I can't really tell if there's a torsional bar bar here. The shoe doesn't really let your foot flex in any kind of weird ways anyway, so you should be good on the torsional side. There's not an outrigger or anything like that, but the base itself is pretty wide, so there shouldn't be any issues with stability in the forefoot. Add in some supportive materials, a good fit, and I think support should be pretty adequate. And that's about gonna do it for the Converse G4 HI. As I said before, I'm not sure when the actual release date for these is gonna be, but we do know that the Converse G4 HI, what I have here, will retail for $120, while the low top will retail for $110. Like I said, I'm looking forward to testing these guys. Out of everything I have just kind of sitting on standby, this is probably one of the most anticipated sneakers that I have to get a performance review done for. So whenever that time does come, I will definitely do what I can to keep you all updated on the performance. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna take care of that. I definitely want to thank you all so much. Once again, I'm looking forward to more opportunities to talk with you guys. Obviously, I'm not testing anything in the gyms right now, so it's good to be able to use that time that I would be spending in the gym and apply it here. I have a day job, things of that sort, so a lot of things get in the way, but there was a silver lining for that. We just have more opportunities to provide content for you all. I hope you all enjoy it. Once again, thank you all so much. Thank you to Chris, Jody, Drew, our WearTesters team. Shout out to our WearTesters Discord community. And yeah, everybody just stay safe out there, stay calm, stay cautious. We'll get through this thing. To the next one, guys. Peace out.